Welcome to Books, Dreams, and Financial Things, where we talk about marriage, blending our family, finances, and our dreams. We hope while sharing our journey, you can relate and learn with us and from us. Welcome back. I am your host, Renita.
And I am Jermaine, and today we are going to talk about Frugally Keto.
LLC.
LLC. Let's not leave that in. But before we go on that, I want to champion my queen. She didn't expect me to do this. She doesn't like this type of stuff, but I'm so excited. I'm so thankful that God has placed her in my life, and I need to champion this queen here. First of all, as we know, she just finished school about 5 months ago. Frugally Keto is the business that she's going to be starting here. We wanted to talk about the ins and out of everything that came from that thought process, from the thought process to it coming into fruition. And we're going to be she is going to be launching this on her birthday, which is coming up on Thursday. October 1st. So obviously we're recording this earlier, but it's not going to be released till that following Tuesday. But like I stated before, my queen, I just want to tell you how excited, how happy I am for you, how much I love you. And it's just crazy because I've always had these visions in my head about us, and it's just coming apart, and it's working out. So congratulations on your first business that you have started. And for those of you who are watching, we're going to explain sort of kind of the process that she went through in order to get this thing going and so forth. So grab your pens, grab your papers in case you want to get that information with regards to that. And let's go. So as I always say, let's start from the beginning. Okay. So the keto diet. Mm-hmm. We talked about that. We had a podcast about that, so we don't need to go into too much detail about that. But I want to get on the business standpoint of stuff. So let's start with the name. Where did you come up with the name for your business?
So several years ago, I had a blog, Frugally Fierce. If you know me personally, you know that I love a good bargain. I'm very resourceful. I'm frugal. Our wedding was done on a very tight budget. And I even coined the phrase there, like my frugally fierce, wedding plans when I was blogging for that. So I've always had this idea of frugal, not cheap, not tacky, but frugal, because there is a difference.
Okay.
I think that you can be frugal and still get the things that you need and the things that are good. Mm-hmm. So when I began to do keto, the people that I have heard from, they were shopping at, Trader Joe's or Sprouts, and these are all, pricier stores.
Right.
So I was a little bit intimidated by that. It seemed like, okay, this might be too expensive. As you guys all know, this is Books, Dreams, and Financial Things, and we're very big on finances and budgets.
Right.
And so I was wanting to figure out a way how I could do keto and stay within our food budget. So when I decided to make this a business, one of the things that I wanted to touch on was that you can do it and still say frugal.
Okay. And so that's where the original name. So Frugally Keto. Frugal doesn't necessarily mean cheap. It means
or bad
or anything that comes with that connotation. But the mm-hmm. reality is it's affordable.
Right.
Okay. And so that's cool. So then you thought of Frugally Keto. And so that's where that sort of kind of transpired. So at the time, before a business was even being formed, it started as a thought in your mind, correct?
Right. I had helped a few friends just with like tips and tricks that I personally did and do. And, they were successful. They were able to get into ketosis within the first few days to a week. Now, rather they stuck to it, that's their business, but they were successful. And I just told them what I did. So then I'm like, if I could help them, I'm sure I could help others. Uh-huh. And I would be in, different keto groups and see the same issue. Like, oh, it's so expensive, it's so expensive, it's so expensive. And it doesn't have to be. So I thought, okay, I can help people, which is something that I've always been passionate about. And I can have a business, which is another thing that I was interested in, and obviously make some coins.
So the key thing for those of you who are listening when you're thinking about a business, she saw a problem within the keto parameter. Because the reality is, when originally, I'll be honest, when originally she stated like the frugally keto situation, and I didn't know much about it, but when I looked online, I seen millions and millions of people talking about it and so many companies. But the reality is, she found a niche within that company, and that's so important. Obviously, the frugally part. She noticed that in all her groups and all the stuff that she was going in, everyone was talking about being doing keto, but it was expensive, so she came up with the frugally keto aspect of that.